Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Tensions are rising in New London as hundreds of General Dynamics electric boat workers rallied this afternoon as they demand better pay and fairer treatment. Thank you so much for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Angelo Bavaro. Now, with a potential strike looming on Sunday, employees are making their message unmistakably clear. Fox 61's Valerie Moravi spoke with workers on the front lines of that fight.
Yeah, a lot of mix of emotions from several employees I spoke with at this rally. Now they tell me they love their job, but the pay is just not enough to make ends meet. Now they tell me they want to go back to work on Monday, but if the company doesn't meet them halfway, a strike could begin as early as Sunday.
It's unacceptable and it needs to be taken care of. That's number one.
A sense of unity as hundreds of employees demand a better deal.
You know, there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. A lot of our members are paycheck to paycheck, and so this is really going to affect their bottom line and how they provide for their families.
Joanna McClenathan works as a designer for Electroboat, and she's been working for the company for nearly a decade. And now she says she's standing up for what's right for her family and co-workers.
You know, to see some of the company emails that come out, some of the language they're using, it's frustrating to know that I come to work every day and I work very hard and, you know, I'm just not being valued as an employee. They're not seeing the value in the work that I do.
General Dynamics Electroboat is known for making military equipment for the U.S. Navy, including nuclear submarines.
Electric Boat gets these billion-dollar contracts, and they're making lots of money off of our labor, and it's just not making its way down to the rest of us.
Workers are now rallying for better wages after their contract expired on April 4th. McClenathan says as the company pushes to increase their weekly medical insurance costs, she says even their low-deductible benefits are no longer available.
So it's a significant increase, and for a lot of our members, it will definitely impact their day-to-day life and how they budget for their families. It's more than double.
As UAW members remain united, U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal appeared at the rally as a sign of his support.
The big three items, COLA, profit sharing.
McClenathan says they're trying to avoid a strike, and all they're looking for is for the company to honor their work.
Our power is in our solidarity, and if the company can't come back to the table and show us the respect and show us that they value us, ultimately I think we will end up on a strike, but hopefully not.
Again, employees are demanding Electroboat to come forward ahead of a possible strike on Sunday at midnight. In New London, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
Let's get you a check of that forecast. We have a weather impact alert in effect. We have some strong and severe storms on the way for your Saturday. Meteorologist Deshaun Robinson is here with the first check of that forecast. Deshaun, what can people expect?
Well, do expect some showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Some could turn strong or severe, but not a washout by any means. Sunday will be a less humid day, more pleasant, with a mix of sun and clouds. Our temperatures right now are sitting in the 60s across the board. It's still very humid out there, and Saturday actually will be another humid day with our dew points approaching 70. A bit cloudy out there. We have a warm front that is pushing through. Slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm after midnight. And we will wake up to some foggy conditions, temperatures in the 60s. And again, do expect some scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Saturday otherwise will be another warm and humid one with our temperatures nearing 80 degrees across the board. Less humid on Sunday, a bit cooler also with our highs in the low 70s, and do expect a mix of sun and clouds. Back to you, Angelo.
We'll check back in, Deshaun. Thank you so much. And as those storms move into the state, make sure you're ready with the free Fox 61 News app. All you have to do is search for Fox 61 in your app store. New details tonight into that suspicious package investigation in North Canaan. The Connecticut Department of Public Health says the package that was opened tested negative for the plague, smallpox, anthrax, among other things. We got these new pictures. Take a look at that scene outside the Becton Dickinson facility, a medical products factory. 2 people opened that suspicious package around 8:30 yesterday morning. They were taken to the hospital as a precaution. The Danbury Fire Department confirmed 300 employees were decontaminated just to be safe. Crews worked into the night to make sure everybody was good to go home. The FBI and state police are investigating, of course. We'll get you updated as we get updated, and we are expecting more test results at some point as well. Now to a Fox 61 update. Republicans in Suffield have announced that they will no longer pursue a controversial youth collection policy that aimed to block books with LGBTQ+ themes. That draft policy, which would have limited access to certain materials for young readers, sparked significant backlash. Now, this would have required LGBTQ+ content to be grouped with materials offering opposing viewpoints. After facing criticism, though, the Library Commission canceled a scheduled meeting to talk about that policy and later decided to withdraw it. That move follows tensions related to politically charged appointments and past controversies at the Kent Memorial Library. North Branford police have arrested a man they say drove a dirt bike while holding an 11-month-old child. 35-year-old Timothy Sherrick was taken into custody today. He was charged with risk of injury to a minor. Fox 62 Stephen Reel spoke with local police about what happened here and where things stand tonight.
Yeah, according to police, this isn't actually the first time that Timothy Sherrick has done something like this with a child less than 1 year old. Actually, first happened, they say, back in the beginning of April.
According to police, everything started right here at Northford Park. North Branford police say several calls came in about a man later identified as Timothy Sherrick driving a dirt bike with a 9-month-old child. After police arrived, North Branford police officer Brandon Cosenza said Sherrick took off.
They fled into a wooded area on the dirt bike with the minor still on the bike. We identified the person through previous incidences, and we were able to identify him that way and submit an arrest warrant.
I just have to ask, have you ever seen anything like this?
We have had a lot of dirt bike calls in this town, but I've never actually responded to an infant or a minor being on the dirt bike.
Sherrick had his dirt bike taken away and now faces charges including reckless endangerment, criminal trespass, interfering with an officer, and risk of injury to a minor. Sherrick has since been released, but it only took a few months before police again got a familiar call.
He was originally arrested in April, but we're now here mid-May. Same thing happened again.
Correct, yeah. Due to the previous incident, we were able to quickly identify who it was based off of the description, and we responded to that person's residence.
While Sherrick was once again arrested and had his dirt bike taken away, this time around, he was only charged with risk of injury to a minor, which prompted people on social media to call for child protection agencies to get involved.
All cases that we handle will follow the correct protocol, contact DCF, and make sure that all agencies that need to be notified are aware of what's going on.
Police tell me that the court case for that first incident in April, that's still underway right now. However, they did say they would provide our station with both the 911 calls and video from the second incident, and that could be coming to us as soon as Monday. In North Branford, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
New at 10, nearly $7 million in federal EPA brownfields grants are headed to Connecticut to help clean up and revitalize contaminated industrial sites. Lawmakers say that funding, boosted by the bipartisan infrastructure law, will support cleanup efforts in Hartford, Bridgeport, Torrington, and more. Delegation members say the money will transform blighted land into community assets, creating jobs and protecting public health. Those grants will go to 5 regional councils and the state's Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, with projects targeting abandoned mills, factories, and long-neglected properties across the state. This week, in a powerful show of unity, the Connecticut House unanimously passed a bill aimed at protecting survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. That legislation takes a crucial step to protect vulnerable people by shielding the addresses of shelters and group homes from public disclosure in state agency meetings. Now, this is a move advocates say could be life-saving. Fox 61's Emma Wolfor sat down with State Representative Lucy Dathan, who chairs the committee behind the bill for this week's The Real Story.
no, it's a real issue. And so I went to our Office of Legislative Research and I asked them if they could provide some situations, and they came back with a handful of cases. And I was really surprised that there were a number of cases out there that hadn't been, reported to FOIA.
And don't miss that full conversation on The Real Story with Emma Wolfor, airing this Sunday at 10 o'clock on Fox 61. You can also watch it anytime at fox61.com or stream it for free on Fox 61 Plus.